All right. So I've talked about this a few times on lives, but haven't gotten to make a video about it. And this is the excuse I've been looking for. 1227 Productions here made a video asking, has anybody ever lost a deer due to a broadhead? And most of the time, I'm sure himself included, whenever you're thinking about that, you're thinking of a mechanical not deploying. Well, my answer was it was a fixed blade. So he asked that question right there, and the answer is yeah. I think if I had a bigger cutting surface, we'd have found this deer. Because this is the broadhead of discussion today, the Crown Thorn. I thought when I bought this broadhead that was just the answer. This is it. This is the broadhead of all broadheads, for sure. The fixed blade of all fixed blades. This is the correct answer. Because, yeah, it's a small hole, but it is a freaking hole. And just knew that this was the key. This was the correct answer. This was what I was going to switch to. Spoiler alert, it's not. Had a doe, opening day. Big mature doe, 17 yards, broadside, wide open. Didn't even have to get up out of my seat. She stopped in the spot I wanted to kill her at. Let her have it. Got a complete pass through, hit right behind the shoulder. I'm hunting a big creek. She jumps off this creek bank, which is about 15 to 20 foot cliff and then sand at the bottom. She jumps off of that, hits the ground, runs across the creek, runs up the other creek bank, which was just a slope, runs out in the field, and I see her doing that teeter-totter thing, and she goes behind some brush, but I mean, she was doing that stumble that she's fixing to flop. Heard her flop. My cousin even texted me, said, dude, I hear her flopping, because he's another 80 yards the other side of her, because we was hunting both sides of the creek. He was hunting what we call the L field over there, and it ran right at him, and he goes, dude, this deer's toast. I heard her fall. You got her. Awesome. Where I hit her at, on my side of the creek, there was a little bit of blood, like 4 or 5 quarter-size spots of blood where I hit her at. All right, good. Found the arrow. I mean, saturated in blood. Bright red, bubbly red blood. Perfect, beautiful, love it. And that was all the blood we found. There was no blood where she hit the ground. And in the sand, there was a Wile E. Coyote deer print in the sand. There was nothing running across the creek in the sand, which, okay, maybe the sand absorbed it. Possible. Get up out of the creek, going up the hill. She should have been bleeding when she was going uphill more. No blood on the slope. No deer in the field. No blood in the field. And if it was just me, I'm colorblind. I'm red-green colorblind. It's got to be a lot of blood or I'm not going to see it. But it wasn't just me. It was me, my cousin, my other cousin, my dad, my then fiance, now wife, my sister-in-law, and my brother. And we're all looking. We are combing this field over. And like I said, I was so confident in this thing being done that I was trying to check it in the deer stand. Luckily, I didn't have any service. And we combed this field over and never found no blood, no hair, no nothing, no deer. I came back 3 days later thinking, well, she probably must have crawled up in some thick brush and we just didn't find her. So I came back 3 days later thinking I'd find the buzzards and at least know that I got the deer. But there was no buzzards there either. So I've lost some other deer, but this is the only broadhead that I blame for losing a deer. Every other deer that I've ever lost, I can admit there's about 4 or 5 others that I've lost. I did something stupid. I either didn't see a twig, I flat out made a bad, stupid shot, or one was the biggest buck of my life. I didn't level the bow. Something along those lines. And I can admit on those shots that no, I did something stupid. I can't find where I did anything stupid, and so I blame this broadhead for not giving me enough blood to find the deer. If I was shooting the broadhead I am now, which the very next day, I shot a deer quartered away, hard quartered away, like I entered by the hip and it came out of her chest quartered away. And I shot the very next evening a doe of similar size, and she went 30 yards and piled up, and I had a red carpet to her with this broadhead right here. Not this exact one, but this model. Grim Reaper Whitetail Special, 2-inch cut. That one by myself, I was able to follow that blood trail. But there we are. That's the story of the one deer that I lost because of a broadhead. Maybe one day, because this is the only one I have left. The other two I shot squirrels with, and I found the squirrels, but it didn't take a whole lot to take down a squirrel. I might put this one in one day and go try and take a hog with it, because if I don't find the hog, I'm not upset. It's about population control with them, but I don't think I'll ever shoot this at a deer ever again. So yeah, there we go. Hope y'all enjoyed that. If y'all stuck to the end, please like the freaking video. Y'all have a good day.